Hey everyone, welcome. आज हम डाइव कर रहे हैं एक ऐसी मास्टर क्लास में जो आपको कोडिंग डिकोडिंग में जीरो से बिल्कुल हीरो बना देगी। ये रीजनिंग का एक ऐसा टॉपिक है जो हर एग्जाम में आता ही आता है। So let's get ready to master it.
Okay, now, when you see a question like this, does your brain kind of short circuit? Be honest. अगर ये problems आपको confusing लगती हैं, तो बिल्कुल tension मत लो. I promise, by the end of this session, you'll be solving these in just a few seconds. So, you might be wondering, why is this topic so darn important? Well, it's simple really. Mastering this one concept, just this one, can be your golden ticket to scoring some really high marks in a whole bunch of exams. We're talking school Olympiads, career-defining tests like banking and SSC, you name it. This is a must-know skill for sure.
All right, so here's our mission for today. First, we're going to crack the alphabet code. That's the absolute foundation. Here, we'll move on to decoding different letter and number patterns. And to wrap it all up, there's a final challenge to really put your new skills to the test. We're going to master this step by step.
Okay, first things first. Let me tell you the #1 secret to cracking pretty much any coding decoding question. You've got to know the alphabet inside and out. I mean, really know it. Mastering the position of every single letter is the most crucial step. So let's get this down perfectly.
So here it is, the forward place value of every single letter, from A at 1 all the way to Z at 26. Your first mission, should you choose to accept it, is to memorize this. And trust me on this, once these numbers are right at your fingertips, solving questions becomes incredibly fast, like lightning fast.
Look, I get it. Memorizing the whole chart can be a bit tough. So here's a little pro tip, a shortcut for you. Just remember this one word, ejodi. See, these letters are all multiples of 5. E is 5, J is 10, O is 15, and so on. This gives you 5 super useful anchor points to figure out any other letter's value really quickly. Okay, so we've got the forward positions down. But what happens when the code gets a little tricky? What if it uses the reverse of the alphabet, where A is paired with Z, B is paired with Y, and you get the idea. This is another super common pattern you will definitely see in exams. And hey, there's a really fun way to remember these pairs. Instead of just trying to rote learn them, you can use these simple stories or mnemonics. For example, for A and Z, think of the word azad. For B and Y, think of boy. C and X, crackers. This actually makes remembering them effortless and, kind of fun. All right, now that we've got the fundamentals down pat, let's tackle our first major type of coding, letter patterns. This is where you get to put on your detective hat. Your job is to find the hidden logic, the secret rule behind how the letters are being shifted or replaced. So, what is letter coding? Well, to put it simply, it's just when the letters of a word are replaced by other letters, but according to a very specific, consistent rule. And our job? It's to find that rule. Let's break down our very first pattern. We'll call it the cross shift. Take a look at the word straight. If you look closely, the letters are grouped into pairs, and then just flipped. So ST becomes TS, RA becomes AR, and so on, all the way down. See that? Now, all we have to do is apply that exact same logic to the word Thursday. We pair them up, cross them, and we get our answer, HTRUDSYA. See? Once you spot the pattern, the logic is actually pretty simple. Okay, next up, another really common pattern, the backward shift. It's exactly what it sounds like. We just step back one letter in the alphabet. So for each letter in our word, we're just applying a simple -1 logic. B would become A, C would become B, and if you have an A, it just loops right back around to Z. It's a simple, consistent -1 shift all the way through. Once you spot that, it becomes really easy. So much all right?
All right, your turn. Time to be the detective. I want you to pause right here and try to figure out the logic for this one. How does fridge become GTLHL? I'll give you a little hint. It's not a simple +1 or +2 shift. Okay, did you get it? The logic is an increasing forward shift. It's +1, then +2, then +3, and so on. Awesome job if you cracked that one.
Fantastic work so far. Let's move on to the next major category now, number coding. This is where, you guessed it, letters get turned into numbers. And let me tell you, this is a question type that is practically guaranteed to show up on your exams.
So remember those place values we memorized? This is where they come into play. Let's take the word golf. If we add up the place values for G, O, L, and F, we get a total of 40. But the code is 44. So what's the pattern? It's pretty clear, right? It's the sum plus a constant number, in this case, 4. So now we just apply that same exact rule to play. The sum of its letters is 54. We add our constant, 4, and boom, our final answer is 58.
Okay, get ready for a trickier one now. This is a classic exam question. We're told that GO equals 32. Now, if you try adding the normal place values, it's just not going to work. So, what's the trick? Well, you have to use those reverse letter pairs we learned earlier. The reverse of G is T, which has a value of 20. The reverse of O is L, which has a value of 12. And what's 20 plus 12? Exactly, 32.
So let's see if you can use that advanced logic yourself. We're told that she is coded as 49, using that same reverse value logic. So your mission is to calculate the code for sum. Go ahead and pause right here and give it a shot. This is the perfect way to test if you really got this trick down.
Incredible. You've learned the fundamentals. You've decoded letter patterns. You've unlocked number codes. Now, it's time for the final challenge. This is where we put all of your new skills to the test and bring everything together.
Okay, here are 2 real exam-level questions for you. Now, they might look tough at first glance, but I promise they use the exact same principles we've been talking about. So, pause the session, give them a real honest try, and let's see if you can crack the code.
All right, let's break down the solution for that first one, concern. This is a fantastic example of an advanced multi-logic pattern. You know, in an exam, if the simple shifts aren't working, a great strategy is to try splitting the word in half, and that's exactly what's happening here. The word is split into 2 parts. The first half uses a cross-code pattern with a +3 shift. The second half is even trickier. It's actually coded in reverse order with a -1 shift. See? These complex questions just show you how different patterns can be combined all in one problem.
Okay, let's quickly summarize your new decoder's toolkit. Rule 1, always start with the place values. Rule 2, look for the simple patterns first, forward, backward, cross shifts. If those don't work, then start looking for more complex things like reverse pairs. And the most important rule of all, practice, practice, practice. That is the ultimate key to getting fast and accurate. So there you have it. We've gone through the core concepts, from the very basics all the way to advanced patterns. You officially have the toolkit you need to analyze patterns, decode letters, and unlock number codes. So let me ask you, are you ready to crack any code that comes your way? Yeah, I think you are. Keep practicing and you will absolutely master this in no time. Thanks for joining me.